Welcome back to Dairyayres, and today we're going to do a little bit of rebel canning. What that means is it's not necessarily approved, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. And let me tell you, it puts food on the shelf quick. I'm using number 10 cans. I have a fruit cocktail and I have a peach. So had a friend that just dropped them last night and they didn't want to use them. So I'm like, well, I'll take them off your hands. No problem. So let's do it. If you're one of those people who follow the rules and you're one of those people who are against rebel canning, or you've got a nasty comment, just keep it to yourself. We're all trying to be kind to each other and get through the day and make it and fill our pantries. And this has been known to be a safe way of canning. People have done it for years, and I have done it for years. You can look it up online. You can look it up on YouTube. A lot of people do it. So I'm not the only one. And if you're not into that, that's cool. You do you, babe. But we're going to do me. So see you later, alligator. Now let's get on with canning. All right, guys, I just got my jars out of the oven, and to tell you the truth, they're super hot still, and I have had them off for a while, so I'm going to have to wait. I have to wait till these come down to room temperature, so I'm just going to put them all out on the counter right now and then put a towel over the top, so there's nothing that'll get in them until I'm ready for them. So we'll come back in a couple minutes when they've cooled off. All right, guys, I am back, and I think we're ready. So we are going to start with this fruit cocktail. I'm putting these into wide mouth pints because that's what I have the most of. We're giving them an inch headspace. Here's the next one, which is fairly quick work. That's why I love it so much. If I have to make fruit cocktail myself, oh my gosh. I mean, I've done it, but it's a lot of work. Fruit cocktail is, that's for sure. Let's see how many we get here. Probably, I'm guessing 6, maybe 7, but we'll see. This way. Whoop. There's my mess. I always make a mess. I'll scoot the peaches out of the way for a second. And get this over here next to me. Make sure I get everything out I can. Okay. And leave a little bit of room there so that I can get some juice in there at the end. Okay. All right, let's see where we're at. There's 6. Cherry. There we go. Get the cherry. All right, let's see where we're at. That one's a little shy. So, let's see. We can take some out of this. Put it in there. This one's a little high. A little bit more. This one back here is definitely a little high. So by the time we add out of that one, I think we'll be good. All right, we're done with that. Let's clean these rims off. Make sure there's no syrup on the top. I don't want them to get nasty. I want them to seal really well. Do 3 of them at a time. Ready to go. Put them down in the canner. I did the same thing in my pot here as I did the other day. I'm using a bigger pot. I'm using a 4-gallon pot today that I usually make cheese in, but I'm using it to do a water bath, so that's fine. I'll show you. I'm using the covers for my burners on the stove. I bought some at Dollar Tree. They have a big one and a small one in a container for or in a package for $1. So I just throw one of those down the bottom. That gives me that buffer between the bottom, so your jars are not setting directly on the bottom of the pot, because it could burst them since they'll be on the fire like that. So you want a little buffer there. So I have other racks, but I haven't put up, didn't feel like getting them down. I had this package that I had set in here that I had used the other day, so I just threw one of those in there. That's really easy to do, cheap, $1. That's all it was. So I'm going to continue putting these in there. All right, clean these off. So what, we got 3 in there, and we've got 4 out here, and I dropped a pair. So if I would have had the pair, I guess I hate even wasting a pair, but the chickens will like it, so that's all right. Always give my extras to the chickens. Whatever I have, they love it. Okay, these are going in, and I'm not going to turn my pot on until I get it full. This probably won't fill it up. So I'm going to put a couple of my peaches in there from my peach can. And that's the next thing on the agenda. I think I can get 1 in there of the peaches. So that's what I'm going to do. Yep, I think 1. So let's whip out a peach real quick here. Do your bubble. Push those down in there. That one's full. So I'm going to clean off the top of it real quick here and get it in there. These are going to water bath for 30 minutes, okay? Woo! All right. Has ideas of its own, I guess, when it wants to be done. All right, I'm going to turn my fire on to high and get those babies water bathing, get them boiling. Don't forget, you don't start your time until you are at a full rolling boil. Then you can start your 30 minutes. And there you go, you're done. I'm going to continue putting these peaches in these extra jars here, and then we'll come back when we're finished. And it looks like I still need 1 more jar, so I'm going to have to wash another one and get in the oven. Maybe 2. So I'm going to do that, and that's good because I've got plenty of time for the big pot to come up to a rolling boil still, so we'll be back. Got them cleaned up and in the jar, so we've got plenty of time. The water sounds like it's going to start getting really hot here soon, so time it's done, I'll be ready and they'll be cooled off. Good deal. All right, these last 2 jars are cooled off enough. Get them in there. trying to even them out in case there's not a lot left in the long run. There'll be at least about a good amount of the fruit in each jar. So I hope we can get it in there. Ah. Now we're going to clean off the top of the jar. Lid on it. Lid on this one. Felt like I had a little bit of syrup on the outside of this. I don't know if I did or not, but all right, there we go. Don't forget, I did put a little bit of vinegar in my pot, just so you know. Don't forget you can do that. That way your jars won't come out with the filmy white substance on them. We'll be back. All right, y'all, this is boiling, but it's not a rolling boil, not yet. So we're gonna wait a little bit longer. It's getting there though. Also, when you're canning, you need to make sure in water bath canning that you have water 2 inches above these jars, at least an inch, but if not 2 inches above these jars. So in order to process them properly, that's what they're supposed to have, just so you know. All right, time is up, so I'm gonna pull these out. If I can get a hold of one of them. Getting the middle one out's easiest. All right, there we go. Seven, and yeah, I think the last one was the peach. And I have 6 more peach ready to go in there. So I'm gonna let these go ahead and cool off. I'm gonna let the water cool down just a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put in my peaches. I kind of got them surrounding the jar over here. I don't know if you could tell. I kind of got them getting warm, so there's not so much of a shock on the jars. So I'm gonna let my batch cool down a little bit, my water there, and then I'll put them in and get them going. Alrighty, I put them all in there now. I had to fill the water back up, so it was over an inch there. So it's about 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 inches, almost 2 inches of water over them. So we'll be back when they're finished. All right, I just wanted to remind you that this is not an approved method for canning. However, it is done by quite a few, and I do it myself. So we've been doing this for years, and so has a lot of people. It's all over. Well, check it out on YouTube. It's plenty of people do it. So in these times, sometimes you have to buck up buckaroo and do what you can to put stuff on your shelf. So my garden's not ready yet, and my fruit trees are not producing anything yet. I mean, it's only April. So if you have an opportunity to put back a little bit of food, I'm taking it. And that's how it goes. So we're going to get these jars out now. All right. I think all of these have sealed already. I'm pretty sure. Thought I heard 7 pops. But we will see. I'll check them in a second. Ooh, I think one fall over in here. Here we go. Come on. All right, there we go, guys. Turn my fire off over here. There you go. They look pretty good if you ask me. So I got 7 jars of the fruit cocktail, and I got 7 jars of the peaches. So one man's failure of dropping number 10 can has been prosperous for me. Besides that, if you go buy them in the store, it's cheaper to do that than to buy the individual cans. So that's another reason it's a good idea. I mean, why not? Save money where you can. We need all the money we can get right now. You never know what you're going to have to use it for, whether it's utilities or gas or what have you. So might as well pinch where you can. I just want to remind you that this is a rebel canning situation, remember. It is not an approved situation, but however, I've been doing it for a long time. My friends have been doing it for a long time. Plenty of channels on YouTube have done it for a long time. We're still alive and kicking, so this is your choice. This is up to you if you want to do it. So you guys take care, and like I said, we'll see you next time on Dairyayres. You guys, when I thought I was done, I wasn't. I still had one hiding in that pot. So there's my 7th one for the peaches. There you go, 14 jars. Not bad for 2 number 10 cans. Perfect. You guys have a good one. Take care.